What's up, y'all? So we're back with another day in my life as an Airbnb host. It stunk so bad as soon as I walked in, so I had to find out where it was coming from. But these guests were nice enough to leave the towels in a pile, but they left their black one. The bathroom was okay, but the smell wasn't coming from in here, so I went to go ahead and check the rest of the house to see where it was coming from. But when I went to the living room, I saw that the furniture was moved like this, and I immediately got scared. And this is where I noticed the couch was broken. This was very frustrating because it seemed like they just put it up against the wall so that I could support it to keep it up. But they didn't even tell me that this happened. And because I had guests coming, I had to try to figure out how I was going to fix this myself. Right here, I'm trying to figure out what to do to fix it given how damaged it is. So I just messaged them to see what happened and finished inspecting the whole house. They left a trash bag on the side of the trash can, and they spilled a lot of stuff on the floor and on the counters, and they left dishes in there, and I found out that the smell was coming from that pot right there. But I was more so worried about how I was going to fix this couch. So I actually went to my neighbor, and surprisingly they had some supplies that I could use to try to fix it myself. And you can see right here that I was kind of struggling on how I was going to align this piece of wood. I tried my best, but I managed to make it work so that the next guest has a couch. And at first I couldn't get this wood piece off, but I realized I had to just unscrew it. He also gave me this piece so that I can drill a hole in the wood so that I can actually screw the leg on there. Right here, you can see I was hyped because I actually got it on there. But then I had to test it out to see how stable it was. It was still wobbling, but I was like, okay, this is what we're going to have to do until later. Right here, you can just see that I'm just trying to make sure that it's actually stable. But at this point, I was tired and just ready to go to bed. I kind of liked how the guests rearranged their furniture, but I put it back to how I had it anyway. I don't know, let me know what y'all like better. But moving on, I started the air purifier and the vacuum. Then I moved on to cleaning the kitchen area. So here I just put everything where it belonged, and then I started putting in the dishes in the dishwasher, and then I just hand washed all of the pots because they had like a lot of oil on it. And look at how much bleach I got on me. But I went ahead and started the dishwasher and sprayed and wiped down the counter and then the stove top as well. Then next I just needed to mop the floors. So I started the water and clearly had to make it over again. And I just mopped the whole kitchen area. So then I moved back to the coffee table so that I can spray and wipe that down. I put everything back. Next was cleaning the bedroom and the bathroom. So let me know if you want a part 2. What's up, y'all? Here's part 2 to my last video. So the next day, the guests did message me back just to tell me that they did not break the couch and that it was perfectly fine before they left. They even went on to say that it was probably my cleaners, not even knowing that I'm the one who cleans the space. But after I fixed the couch and cleaned the living room and kitchen, I just went ahead and started to clean the bedroom. The guests left a bottle of lotion and also some change. I guess that was my tip. But I went ahead and took all of the sheets off of the bed. And while I was taking the sheets off, I found their underwear in the bed. But I went ahead and took everything to go wash it, except for those underwear, because I'm gonna go ahead and throw those away. But I also took the towels that were in the bathroom so I could put that in the washer as well. And then I just set the comforter to the side to wash for later. Next, I went ahead and cleaned the bathroom. So I went ahead and sprayed everything down first so that it can sit, and then went ahead and started to clean the hardest part. After rinsing everything down, I moved on to the sink. I wiped down the mirror this time because it was dirty. Then next, I went ahead and cleaned the toilet. I make sure I spray it twice, and then I go ahead and scrub it with the brush. Then lastly was just mopping the floor. By then the sheets and towels were done, so I moved that to the dryer and then put in the comforter. And then the last step was just to make the bed.